All right, there's the man with my trees.
I got your trees. I got your trees. I got you a nice coconut.
Nice, nice. What a great delivery.
Thank you.
Say hello to the world.
Hi there. Hi everybody.
Tell everybody where your farm is.
Oh, GMG Tropical Fruits out in Loxahatchee off of Seminole Pratt.
Right, this is our friend Gary here, and here's some trees he brought us today. What did you bring us today? These are the last of our trees. What trees are they, Gary?
I got you the fig, the brown turkey. You got the white sapote, and we got over here the Pakistani mulberry.
Those are the long ones, right?
The long ones.
Nice.
Those are nice. Yeah, so you
Nice.
got those.
Okay.
Then I have in here the nice graffiti. This is your dragon fruit.
That's a red dragon fruit, right?
Red dragon fruit.
Nice.
Quality.
Very good.
Nice.
And they got me the important coconut too. Thank you.
Yes, I got you. This is real nice with coconut sauce. So let me bring one.
Very
Everything
good.
looks good.
Hello everybody, here we are in my garden, my yard. My fruit trees are in the ground, and for at least now, this is what I'm settling at. Since our last video, I made some changes. The guy came to bring more trees, so we moved some around. We're not moving any around right now anymore, and I just want to go through and let everybody know what I got in my fruit orchard here. The first tree we have in the corner here is a Meyer lemon tree. And I definitely wanted to make sure I got lemons in my garden because they're expensive in the store, organic lemons that is, and I use them just about every day. I love lemons, so I have several lemon trees, but this is a Meyer lemon, which is a very sweet lemon. I have it grown right here in the corner. None of my trees are going to get really big, 6 feet, maybe 7 feet the tallest. I'm going to keep them lower. I'm not going to let them get big. So I got a lemon tree here in the corner. That's one tree, and this is my backyard. After we're done with this, we'll go to the front yard. Another tree here is I have one of a good amount of coconuts on the property. I love coconuts. Originally, I was thinking of just putting coconuts around the whole property, but it's going to take quite a while, a couple of years before I get any coconuts. These are palm trees. They grow straight up, so they're not going to be spread out. They're not going to take as much room. I don't have control over how tall these grow, but I did get dwarf coconut trees, as they're called, so they won't grow as tall as some of the really big coconut trees. But you can get up to 100 coconuts or even more on one coconut tree per year. So I'm looking forward to my coconuts. As we come along the wall here, as you see, I left this whole area empty because there's a fence behind us, which I'll show you later. And eventually I want to bring in a bus or a car or a van and make a little tiny house here possibly. So I want to leave that option open. I will put maybe a garden here or something in the meantime. But I didn't want to put a tree that I'd have to take out, as I explained in a previous video. So coming along here, along the wall here, originally I had a Barbados cherry here, as you saw in the last video, but I moved that and I put this here. This is a navel orange tree. And this orange is delicious. Oranges go great here in South Florida. Again, it's something I eat on a regular basis, so I wanted to make sure I had it available. Originally, I didn't want any citrus because you can get that from the store. But when I realized how much I really eat them and like them, I ended up getting this orange tree. I'm looking forward to it, and it's starting to get some flowers, and the smell is just wonderful. So coming along here, it's my first of several mango trees. This one is a Kent mango, and all my mangoes are different seasons, so I should have mangoes 10 months out of the year. So this is a Kent mango, and you can see here how it looks when they start growing. There's some small mangoes on there. And so that's a Kent mango. It's one of my favorite mangoes. Absolutely delicious. Now there's maybe 60 or 70 different varieties of mangoes. Maybe even more than that. I don't know. But all I know is I had a tough job picking which ones I want. But then I didn't, because I knew right away all I wanted. And there was one I was questionable about, but I got it anyway, and I'll show everybody. Now coming along here, this is a nice one. This is dragon fruit. I plan to get more on the property, but dragon fruit is very unique and it's expensive. This is a red dragon fruit. It's called a Halley's Comet dragon fruit. Eventually I got to build something, because it's a cactus, for them to grow on and hang off of. But I'm really looking forward to this because not too many people have them, and they grow here well in South Florida. So that's a dragon fruit right there. Coming along here, we have another mango, a different season. These are a little bigger, as you can see. This is a Kent mango. So actually, this There's the Kent mango. We saw the Kent mango. There's a Kent mango. Another season, and these are a little bit bigger. So there's going to be so many on here. I mean, hundreds when this is in full bloom. And again, I'm not going to let it get taller than like 7 feet tall. Coming along here, I got another citrus. This is a tangerine tree. One of my favorite tangerines, Satisuma. And I actually got this one at Home Depot. And it's a wonderful tree. It's a mandarin, actually, Satisuma. You might see them at the local store. And they're small and they peel real easily and they taste great. So I got this here. Now this is my neighbor's tree. This is actually an egg fruit tree, a canasteel tree. So I'm friends with my neighbor and his tree's on my side. I could just grab some. So that's a nice surprise we got there. And then coming in the back here, I have a coconut, another coconut right there in the corner. It's a perfect corner coconut tree. So I'm excited about that. And as you can see, I'm excited about everything, I guess. And we have a nice shed here. We'll be doing some planting and also some composting, humanuring, and a whole bunch of other good surprises in this little room here that my friend helped me clean out. And we just come over here. We have, this wasn't in my original plan, but I ended up getting some fig trees. Brown Turkish figs grow really well here in South Florida. So I got this fig tree right here and I have a nice space for it. I'm not going to let it get really tall, but if I wanted to, this is a perfect area for it. And I love the way the leaves look on the fig tree, but I have another fig tree somewhere else. I'll show you, it already has figs on it, but this will get a lot of figs. It's the best fig tree for South Florida. It's a brown Turkish fig tree. So I got that. Moving along here, and everyone, you like my hat? This is my gardening hat. Keeps the sun off my head. It keeps me warm or cool. So here I have, this is a mango. It's called a Kerry mango. It's an early season mango. So this will be the first tree that I'll get mangoes on each year. And it's a very common, popular variety. I have a mango on here or several already. It's a Kerry mango. It just tastes great. This was the one I was questionable because the other ones I knew I wanted. This one, I would say, what am I going to put here? And it was between this or a Haitian mango. And I would love to find a place to get a Haitian mango because I love those as well. But we got the Kerry hips. I wanted the different seasons. Now this is my favorite mango of all mangoes. This is a lemon meringue mango. This one's kind of higher. And this is a mid-season mango. So this will come into season after the other one. It's called a lemon meringue mango for a reason. It tastes like lemon meringue. It's really wonderful. So that's there. See, you can do a lot with a little room, little space. Here's the Barbados cherry. We moved it pretty close to the shed. We got a nice little space. It's more like a bush than a tree. So I put the citrus tree there, and I moved the Barbados cherry tree right here. And if you never had those, actually the vitamin C, the Acerola cherry vitamin C, that's these right here. We have some surprises back here. Back there I have a mango tree, and that's a Thai mango. And more will end up sprouting, but that's a Thai mango tree. And there's so many great different varieties of mangoes, and really love that one. I've tasted it, so I wanted to get one of those. I have my compost system here not too far away from it. I had to move that over since the last video because I had to make room for this beautiful tree here. This is a mamey tree. This is a Prickton Key West mamey. It's common in South Florida. And mamey is just a wonderful fruit. There's actually a little one growing here already. It might fall off, but it's here. So there's a couple here too. So this tree takes a long time to get some fruit, but this is it's been in the ground for a while, but it's been growing for a while, so it shouldn't take too long. Right on the other side of here, you see our avocado. This is a Choquette avocado. I got 3 avocados on the property, and they're different seasons, so I could have them most of the year. So this is a Choquette avocado. So I put that right here. And right behind it is my first of 7 passion fruit tree plants I have. Actually 6 of the passion fruit and 1 that's in the same family. They're going all along the wall. So that's one of them there. And I put these trestles along the wall here so they'll vine out. And in not too long, this whole wall is going to be lined with passion fruit. So coming along here, another tree that does great here in South Florida, one of my favorite fruits is a lychee. So there's a lychee tree here. This is a red rooster lychee tree. Good space to grow, but again, I'm going to keep them contained to a certain amount. But there's a lychee tree, and moving along here. And if you never heard of these fruits, a lot of them grow only in South Florida in the tropics, but they're shipped all over the country, so you could probably find them in your local stores in most places. There's another passion fruit. I have different types of passion fruit. I have a purple, I have a red, and I have a yellow. I actually have 2 purple, 2 red, and 2 yellow. And some are sweeter, some are sour, but I got those. This here I had moved and replanted from the last video we made. It was over there. This is a sugar apple, and it tastes like a custard apple or like a cherimoya. It doesn't have as many seeds, but it's a sugar apple, and I'm happy to have that on my property. So moving along there on the wall, we have another passion fruit, and those passion fruit plants are doing great against that wall. I'm going to show you a little issue I ran into with the others. But this tree here is a white sapote, and I told you in the last video I wanted to get this right in this corner, and I did. A white sapote tree. It's like a vanilla fruit almost. It's delicious. My other property have chocolate pudding fruits, so I didn't put one in this property. But I have those already, and I have access to my friend that has a big tree next door. But I wanted to get the white sapote, and I got that. And here's where I had my sugar apple before, but I moved that to put this tree here. This is a longan tree, and it's going to grow nice over here. And the longan and the lychee are similar, but the longan's going to come into season first in the spring, and then in the summer the lychee. So I'll have those for a good amount of time. So that's a longan tree. Nice. And here's a passion fruit. It's a nice passion fruit, but I'm running into some problem with these little yellow bugs that are eating all my leaves. So I just ordered Ocean Solution, and I'm going to spray the leaves, and that should take care of those bugs. Some people have told me to put Brina soap on there, which I might do also. So I'll take care of those, but that's another passion fruit. Here's the first tree I had in the yard. I actually moved it over a little bit to give the other trees some more room, but this is a Eureka lemon tree. This is more of the typical common lemon you see. The first tree we saw, the Meyer lemon tree, is a sweet lemon. And this one is more of a sour lemon, the common one you would see in the store. I have that here, as I said. I eat lemons often, and I wanted to fill my property with things that I'm going to use as much as possible. All right, everybody, here's our next tree. This is a fig tree. This is a black mission fig tree. Supposedly, they don't grow as well in Florida as the brown Turkish fig, but they still grow well. The green figs, those really don't grow well here in Florida, but this black mission fig should grow pretty well. And there's actually a fig on the tree right now. So there's one fig here, and there's about 6 or 7 little baby ones growing. You know, I prefer the black mission over the brown turkey, but they said the brown turkey grows good. So when in doubt, get them both. So I got them both. And there it is. So I have my brown mission fig tree, along with my black mission fig and my brown turkey fig. Trees, trees, trees. Let's move along to the next tree. Coming here is another passion fruit tree. Looking much nicer. The bugs haven't messed with these leaves. Beautiful leaves, and actually the leaves you can make a tea out of. It's very calming, more common than chamomile. It's nice and it's growing, and I'll have it go along these vines here, and it's going to come across the whole fence there. Right here is another. This is a Bogdan avocado tree, and there's little avocados growing on here, if you see them. Now, 2 of my 3 avocado trees have black avocados. The skin is actually black, which is pretty cool. So I got these trees here. Now here's one of 3 soursop trees I have. I love the soursop. It's also known as guanabana. And the leaves here are prized for making tea. People spend a lot of money on the leaves. But this tree is doing really well, and it's going to be great. I can't say the same for my other 2 soursop trees because I found a giant caterpillar that ate all the leaves. But I'm told they'll come back, so not to worry. Here's another passion fruit. And this passion fruit, they somewhat got the leaves, but I'm controlling them. But we'll get all of them. Here's one of my soursop trees that the big, I think it was a tomato worm that ate all the leaves, but it's coming back. Leaves are coming back. And then here, I have another soursop tree. The leaves will come back. I have a little lemon tree here that I haven't planted yet. I just have. And here's another. This is I think it's like a version of a passion fruit, but it's in a different, same family, but a different fruit, and it's much sweeter. So I forgot the name of that, but that's here. Two more trees to show you in the backyard here. I just actually put this one in yesterday, and this is a papaya tree. Papayas come in and out real easy out of the ground. They grow great, and I'm going to have them popping up all over the yard here. Until I get any fruit, we'll be having papaya. And then here, back here, we have our jackfruit. This is our jackfruit tree. There's several different varieties. I like the softer jackfruit, so this is a soft jackfruit. It's going to be softer than the harder one, but we got that here. It's a great spot for it to grow. So that's what we got growing on here in the yard, and now we're going to go out front, and I'll show you what I have out there. Now we're walking to the front, but I have a little area here where I just got a couple of things that I haven't planted yet, just growing. Now, this here is a coconut. And if you leave the coconut down, not all coconuts will sprout, but this is a sprouted coconut. And it's really cool. It starts growing the palm out of the top here. And on the other side is a little root. And you put this in the ground, and that root catches the ground, and this will grow into a big coconut tree. So somebody gave me several ones of these, and I have them just right here. Haven't planted them yet. This is a jackfruit tree somebody gave me. But it's real small, and I ended up purchasing a bigger one. So I'm not sure what variety it is, so I didn't want to put it in the ground until I was sure. I actually have two of the jackfruits. And this is the one tree I couldn't find a good spot for. This is a lime tree. So I'm going to have to find a spot to get this in the ground. It already has limes. I got this one actually from Home Depot. And then I have some other pots here that I planted some papaya seeds. So we'll see some papaya start growing out of that. So now I'm going to take you to the front of the yard, and we're going to see what's going on in front of the house. Everybody, here we are in the front of the property, and I have this area over here that I wanted to leave blank for two reasons. One reason is I like to park my car here if somebody's in the driveway. Another reason is I want to be able, like I said, to go in through this fence, open this up, and go into the backyard with a bus or a trailer one day. So I didn't want to plant anything here that I'd later regret getting rid of. Now, I was just thinking this morning, I have a nice room here for a nice garden, which I might plant because that's easier to get rid of than a tree. So I might do that. But one tree I did put here right in front of the fence that I eventually am going to go through with a swinging door is a mulberry tree. Because these can be replanted and relocated very easy, and it's going to be years before I get my tiny house going. So I have a mulberry tree here. This is a Persian mulberry tree. So the mulberries grow maybe up to 6 inches long. And I actually just saw one. It just fell off, and I just ate my first fruit from the garden here. And this is going to grow really nice right here. And again, it's real easy to move when I'm ready to move it. Initially, I wasn't going to put anything here, and I was going to put the lime tree in the corner. But I had to have a mulberry tree because I love mulberries. And here we come to this side. And we have one of our coconut trees. This is a dwarf coconut, so it's not going to grow really tall, but it'll grow tall enough where we can get the food. And that's this side. Now we're going to go to the other side, and we got a couple of more trees to show you. Okay, everybody, so here we have some miracle fruit plant, and this miracle fruit berry is really cool because you actually put it in your mouth. Anything you eat about 10 minutes after, up to 10 minutes after that will taste sweet, even if it's a lemon. It's a really cool plant. And this fruit here is called a Monster da Rosa. It just grows on these vines, and it tastes like a combination between an apple and a banana. It's really cool, and that's going to really sprout up over there. It's going to be nice. It's not a tree, but it'll make a nice bush plant here. Over here, I put another one of those Monster da Rosas here, but it's called Monstera dioecious, but it's not doing too well, but it will come back because it's a shallow root, and it will come back. It's not dead just yet. Now this tree is a sapodilla tree. It's also known as Neesborough. And this tree is one of the unique trees to South Florida here, or the Caribbean. It's actually from Mexico, and it's also in Asia. It's called the Chico, but it's Sapodilla is its name, and there's a whole bunch of little ones growing on here already, and there's actually one fruit already on the tree, and this will get to maybe the size of anywhere between a baseball and maybe a softball size, and it's like brown sugar. It's really wonderful. Right here is another avocado tree. This is Orrego Negro avocado tree. It's a black avocado tree, and again, this is a later in the season, I believe, but this is one of the three I have for 3 different seasons. I was trying to find out what to put in the front yard here that wasn't going to look so tempting, such as mangoes and bright fruits, or a tree that would just be so abundant I could share with the neighborhood. And we got those. So we got some more coconuts here. 1 and 2. So we got 2 coconuts growing here, 2 coconut palms. Now one of these coconuts is a yellow coconut, and the other one's a green coconut. So those are the 2 type of coconuts we have growing on here. Here is a star fruit tree. This tree will blossom and get fruit 3 or 4 times a year, and abundance amount of fruit. It's a sweet star fruit tree. It's called a Kerry star fruit. So I have it right in the middle of my yard here, and this tree will grow as big as I let it, and it'll produce more than once a year. There are some other good fruit trees I could have put right here, but they only fruit 1 time a year. So I wanted to make sure I got the most value for my money. So I got that. And here's another coconut tree growing on right here. And then finally, another coconut tree growing on right here. As you can tell, I love my coconuts. And that's what we got growing on here right now. Again, we still got to put in the garden, and we got a couple of more interesting things to do over the area where we have the part of the ground where we weren't allowed to plant anything because of the drainage field. We're going to put some vines over there and get something growing on that vine. So that's it, everybody. Remember, you don't need a big property to have a lot of trees. My previous property was a small townhouse, and I have over 10 fruit trees growing there. So you don't need a big space. You can grow some of these trees even inside a house for quite a while. So just try it and see how it works out for you. And come visit us in South Florida and taste some fruit. All right, everybody. Have a great day. So, Gary, we got all the trees in the ground.
Oh, yes.
Tell me, what kind of jackfruit was it?
That is a black gold, the soft variety.
Black
They got
gold.
they got the hard ones, which is the NS one or the My one, but you got the soft variety, which is the black gold. That's a nice one.
And what's the white sapote? What variety is that?
The white sapote is the young blood. It's called young blood. It's an excellent one. Does real good.
And the Longan, what variety on the Longan?
Longan is the Kohala.
Kohala?
Which is the most popular one here. Very productive. Does good here. And the figs, you have the brown turkey and the black mission.
And what about the lychee? Which one is that?
The lychee there, that's the Brewster. Very productive. That's a good one. Nice big lychee. Very productive.
And the mamey?
The mamey, that is the Pantin. That's the Pantin or the Key West. It's a smaller one, but it's a real nice one. It's does real good here.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we have the Barbados cherry, and I know the mangoes and the avocados. We have the El Negro. We have the Bogdan.
Bogdan and the Oro Negro.
The Oro Negro, the Bogdan, and what
And
else?
you have another one there, which I
The
think
Choquette.
it's Choquette, which is good. Yeah, those are good. And
the Sapodilla, what name is that? The
Molex.
Molex.
Excellent productive plant. Yeah, that's a good one.
What about the star fruit? What
the star
variety?
fruit is the Kari, Kari. Very productive. That's a good one. And then the mangoes, you got the Kari, Carri. That's an early one.
Right.
You have a lemon meringue, which is mid-season, very productive, good mango. That's one of the Thai mangoes too. And then you have a Kent, which is the late one. The Kent comes in pretty late, so that one comes in sometimes in August, September, October. So for the late season. And then the other one is a
Kit.
Kit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that one is late too, October, November. So it looks like you're pretty much set. You got a lot of fruits. to
And the
look forward to.
Pakistan mulberry we got.
Yeah, the Pakistani mulberry, which is the big black one. Those
And
are
the
nice.
coconuts, we have two varieties. We have the
You have the Maypan and the Malayan green.
okay.
Yeah, those
Wonderful.
are both good. And then the passion fruit, you got a bunch of different varieties. You got the yellow, the purple, and the red.
And the dragon fruit, which one is that?
That one there is called that's the Haley Comet.
Haley Comet.
Yeah, that's a good one. That one is self-pollinating. That's good. Very good variety. So those are nice too.
And none of these are from seed. They're all from
They're
graft.
all grafted or air layer.
Wonderful. Great.
That's good. So-
Well, thank you so much for the beautiful work.
oh man, thank you. It looks great. Are we gonna keep it that? And you got the sugar apple too. That's a good one.
Is there a specific variety of that sugar?
No, that's just a regular sugar apple.
And those are green, right?
Yes, yes, green, white.
And the sour saps, are there any special varieties on those?
The ones that I got here it's sweet. They have some that is tart, but these are very sweet, so they're
Okay.
very nice.
And then I had got one from Home Depot, but we're not sure which
we
one
don't
that
know
is.
what variety is that. Yeah.
It's a Home Depot surprise variety.
Yeah, there you go.
Great. Well,
All
thank you. And if anyone wants your services, because you mapped it out with me, you knew where to plant them, you corrected some of my suggestions, and you knew exactly how to plant them. So if somebody wants your services or your advice, even if they're not in South Florida, maybe they have a question, how's the best way they can contact you?
I have an email. It's Gary for fruit, GARY, the number 4 fruit, FRUIT @yahoo.com, or check out my website, gmgtropicalfruits.com.
gmgtropicalfruits.com.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
All
thank
right.
you so much for blessing our yard.
Thank you.
All right.
Looks good. You're my pleasure.